Essentially, strategic planning is about working together. It's about having a common direction and a common vision, one that's been given to us by God, and using all of our resources, from people to buildings to stewardship to creative ideas, so that we're working together on a common vision so that we effectively evangelize the people that we already have, that are in the pew, that are hungry to learn more. And the timeline for strategic planning is really centered around our 40th anniversary. June 5th, 1977, we were born. June 5th, 2017, we celebrate our 40th anniversary. And on our 40th anniversary, our shepherd, Bishop Fobb, wants to reveal, to unveil, to present to the diocese a strategic plan that will take us into our 4th decade together. If we're going to get there, we have to work together and come up with a plan together. And if we're going to do that, we have to not only listen to what God has given us as our mission, but listen to the people that are in our diocese. Our diocese, a beautiful diocese of varied cultures, but one that is certainly rooted and anchored in a Cajun heritage. And we've kind of come together under the banner of the word allons, which means let's go. It's right in our Cajun French culture. And let's go together. Lots of people have asked Bishop Fobb, well, what's the plan going to look like? And he doesn't know. I don't know. We don't know. Well, whatever we come up with, we have to come up with together. So let's go, allons. Let's do this together. And what we're doing in strategic planning is about people. And to best understand what strategic planning is all about, I want to tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a businessman, and he was at the top of his game. He was succeeding in everything that he had ever tried. He had a rich tradition, a strong history. He was the guy setting the pace. All of the folks around him were looking at him for the way that he was doing things and how he was succeeding. Time unfolds, and a new chapter in his business's history unfolds, and he begins to struggle a little bit. And those around him were certainly benefiting from that, and those around him were asking questions about what was going to happen with this business leader. He too was asking questions, and so he came up with an idea. He said, I'll know what I'll do. I'm going to bring all my employees together one night, and I have dinner at the house, give them an inspiring speech and a new vision for where our company's going in the future. Makes the plans, sets things in motion, invites everybody to his house. As that Saturday unfolded and drew near, he was in his study, and he was putting the talk together that he was going to give to his company, his employees that night. Knock on the door from his wife, who had to dash out to the grocery store to get dinner ready, and she asked him to look after their young son. So he tries playing with the son a little bit, but his mind is really on the talk that he's got to finish, and his trying to be with his son is not really benefiting he or his son. And so he gives his son some things to do, and he goes back into his study and tries to work on the talk. Knock on the door from his son, and his son says, Dad, I'm bored. Man looks around his coffee table, and he has a magazine, and he opens up the magazine and he finds a map of the world. He says, I'll know what I'll do is I'll tear up the map of the world, and I'll ask my son to put that map together. So he does. Tears up the map of the world, puts it in an envelope, gives the envelope to his son, and says, Son, if you can put the map of the world together, I'll give you $20. Well, his son says, okay, Dad, I'll do that. So he walks out the living room, and the man realizes that he's just thinking that he's bought himself a couple of hours. Well, sure enough, 10 minutes later, the son knocks on the door and says, Dad, I've got the map of the world. Well, the dad is shocked. He says, Son, how did you do it? He says, well, as I was putting these pieces together, I saw something on the back of each of the pages. And as I flipped all those pieces of paper over, I realized that there was a picture of a man. And he realized that if I put the man together, I could put the world together. The little boy looked at his dad and said, see, I thought that if I got the man right, the world would be right. Which is true. If you get people right, the world will be right. If you get people, one person at a time, engaged with Jesus Christ in the faith, then our diocese will be healthy. Strategic planning is not some big fancy thing from outside. It's about people. And the aim of strategic planning is to help one person at a time. See, if you get one person at a time right, the diocese will be right. If you get one parish at a time right, the diocese will be right. Bishop Shelton Fobb's desire for strategic planning is for our parishes to be healthy, for our parishes to succeed, for our parishes to thrive. And the challenge to transform the church is the challenge to transform one person at a time. If we don't succeed in helping people, if we don't succeed in transforming one person at a time, then we're not going to succeed in strategic planning. But we've been given a mission to help change, to help transform people. That's our mission. We've been given that mission by God. And we have to move out of maintenance mode, because maintenance mode is not going to stop anything. We have to be intentional. We've been given a mission, and we have to be in the mission of moving forward together. And that's what strategic planning is all about.